What's up, Gamer Nation? This is your boy Heretic, bringing you some fresh gameplay for Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. Yes, many people have been anticipating the sequel for good reason, because the original kicked ass so much and people were not expecting it to. The concept is utterly ridiculous if you're new to this franchise, but it's easy to grasp. It's Plants vs. Zombies. What do you expect? I mean, look at this. Basically, it's a pseudo tower defense third-person shooter. I guess you could say slash brawler, since there is a little bit of brawling. Brought to you by EA and Pop Games Vancouver. Now, this game is, to say the least, extremely fun. It doesn't have a look that would encourage many hardcore gamers to, drop Call of Duty or Battlefield, and it doesn't look that enticing, as it does have like a slightly kiddish look to it, but the gameplay more than makes up for it in terms of fun. Now, like I said, this game is mostly about shooting. It is a 24 multiplayer driven frag fest, I guess you could say. There's a lot of action, a lot of over-the-top characters and actions and abilities that these characters can take. It's needless to say, it is a casual experience. It's not for the super hardcore. You're not gonna go MLG in this game, but it is some casual fun. It's a nice diversion from the typical AAA slosh and AAA disappointments that we recently had. But this game is a nice change of pace. Pop Games is offering players just a slice of the multiplayer goodness that is to come with this beta, and with the final product set to release on February 23rd for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. And this beta offers just a taste of what's to expect. And if this beta is any indication, this game is gonna be rock solid. This game feels top quality, top of the line. It does not feel cheap. It does not feel half-assed like some of EA's other offerings. I'm sorry, it's the truth. It's the truth. As indie games have had a significant rise in terms of quality over the last few years, this is no exception. Now, I don't like to spend too much time on graphics nowadays, because it's just a rule of thumb. Graphics are going to get better unless you're like one of those picky ass people that just can't be satisfied. I will tell you if the game has a unique art style, in which case you could just look for yourself and judge for yourself. Or if the game just looks incredibly like shit and like they didn't try for the graphics, then I will criticize those points. But for the most part, the graphics in this game look crisp and clean and colorful, and the characters look detailed. The environments are very detailed, and that's all you basically need to know. Everything just looks fantastic and everything just pops. This game is very colorful and very vibrant. And as for sound, you can hear for yourself. All the sound effects are so unique. They sound very quirky and very expressive. Like each character has their own expressiveness that they bring out in terms of how they sound and what they say. As for sound, yeah, it sounds good, basically. So other than those minor details, what exactly is Pop Games offering us? Well, in this beta, at least, they are offering us Team Vanquish, which is basically a giant cluster of death and carnage and action. Basically your average team deathmatch mode. There's a lot of chaos, a lot of shooting, a lot of running around, a lot of mobs of enemies to get caught up in. Yeah, this mode is basically chaos, but there's chances here to be good. If you have a squad or something. I haven't squatted up with anybody yet, but yeah, if you're not paying attention, you will die a lot. And it does, even though the characters are easy to grasp and easy to control, actually physically managing yourself and your positioning is what's going to keep you alive, and it's what's going to score you the most kills, because some of these abilities require you to be in a certain distance for them to actually be effective. So you actually have to practice with your character a little bit. Like I said, it's not hard to control. You just need to learn how your character moves and discover for yourself how the abilities work to be effective in this mode. Next up is Turf War, which is basically if you're familiar with Battlefield, it's more like the rush mode from Bad Company 2, where you're slowly progressing and pushing your way, capturing points across several different points. Only this time, these points take place across, I believe, 6 areas, where the map changes up considerably in terms of art style, which is fantastic work on the developers' part for giving us some variety, and I hope to see more of these maps. But there was a lot of variety in just that one mode, where gamers aren't playing tug of war. It's basically attack and defend. The planets would be pushing up against the zombies, and the zombies would be pushed back in a new area, and then the map would change, and then you would just have to learn the geography of the map to get the advantage. There are these little plants, these plant pots around, where you can summon little helpers to recover your health or help fight the fight with you. And for the zombies, you can rise zombie pawns from the grave, and they can partner up with you and fight the battle. But in terms of gameplay, this is extremely fun, and it's an extremely strong offering for a beta, and I can't wait to see what Pop Games has in store for us. I hate to be biased, but these past few years, there have been a lot of indie games that have been outshining the more expensive AAA games that have cost tens of millions of dollars to make. You got the exception like Grand Theft Auto and The Witcher and whatnot. But for every fantastic indie game that comes out, I would say there are about 5 more AAA games that have come out half-assed, missing features, missing content, only to throw an expansion pass or microtransactions in your face that don't justify what they give you in the base game. But I have high hopes for Plants vs. Zombies. I'm sure Pop Games had good intentions. It looks like they had solid ideas when making this. They have many more features to come, including split screen, which many people say is dead, but I advocate that it is not dead. People who say it is dead are just getting older and don't have time for friends. They are growing up, but that doesn't mean that there aren't still kids in the world that enjoy that kind of thing, And this kind of thing is actually mind expanding. I mean, it's just so refreshing and original compared to your average military shooter with fucking jetpacks and laser guns and wall running and shit. No names there. I don't want to be negative and point fingers and say whose fault it is that gaming is in a good, steady decline, because I think right about now it's 50-50. The more time goes on, AAA games are going to become more expensive because they want to appeal to a vast amount of people, while the vast amount of people with new systems, they want good graphics and quote-unquote next-gen gameplay, while the indie developers have slowly been churning out more unique ideas, and the quality of gameplay has been going up, and it's just an uphill battle for gaming as a whole. And I think Plants vs. Zombies is one of those titles that pushes the boundaries just a little bit more and makes games more magical again. The main point is that if you diversify your experiences, you give new, smaller indie developers a chance. Not speaking out against the AAA guys. I'm a AAA guy too. I love them, but we want new experiences. We want new ideas. We want new innovations. We want new gameplay. We want off the beaten gameplay that hasn't been tried before. If you give titles like Plants vs. Zombies a shot, the developers and publishers will catch on. They will give us new experiences that truly that are meaningful. Not just yearly iterations with minor changes, minor upgrades, just for the sake of keeping a schedule and keeping your yearly quota filled or making that bottom line. That's not what gaming is about. Gaming used to be about passion, but now it's just about easy digital content distribution, which is very disappointing. But I think we have a chance to turn that around now. Give Plants vs. Zombies a chance. It deserves it. You can go download the beta right now. It ends on Monday. It's available for free to download on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And that does it for Plants vs. Zombies. Now, as for some updates to my channel, I will be playing this game over the next few days. I hope you join me. Go ahead and add me on PSN. Username is HereticGamerNation. I would love to play with y'all, you know, share some ideas about, you know, the industry, this game, future games to come from EA. Yeah, there's some big ones that we're looking forward to, aren't we, EA? But yeah, if you want to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and do that. I will be giving y'all updates. There's some more videos to come. 2015 was alright, but 2016 looks to be just as interesting, and I intend to cover a good amount of it with the help of you guys, and hopefully I'll get to most of the major ones. You know, like I said, both indie and AAA. I usually don't discriminate. But that's it for me. Sign up for the Gamer Nation, and I will see you guys next time. This is Heretic, signing out.